guys, this is Superbuzz and I'm here to bring you a tutorial for a sugarcane farm and a cactus farm. For this tutorial you're going to need a water bucket, you're going to need sugarcane, you're going to need a block of your choice. I prefer stone slabs, they look nice. And you're going to need sticky pistons or regular pistons, whichever one you prefer. I'll use pistons for the sake of being cheap, because sticky pistons you need slime balls. And I know if you're watching this you're probably playing on survival mode. You need redstone repeater, and a button. You can use a lever as well. Doesn't really matter, honestly. You can make this as large as you want, but just keep in mind that the larger it is, the more pistons you're going to need. Okay, now you can cover up the water source. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I don't know, I just like to cover it up so it's not visible and I don't end up stepping in it and the drops from the sugar canes don't fall in there. There you go. And then you can't plant on top of sandstone, so you could change this to regular stone or you could change this to regular sand. Doesn't really matter. It could be dirt. Now once you have all your sugar canes planted, we'll get started on the circuit itself. You can't plant in the corners, FYI. Oh. There you go. I probably did that over here too, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay. The corners are off limits because sugar canes can't be planted diagonally from a water source. Then you're going to have, I don't know, whichever side you want your button on, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to do it on the left side for time purposes. Actually, let's back that up a bit. Oh, crap. Now, this piston's going to turn on. It's not going to be connected to a bud switch or anything. This will be manual use, so when you come over and you need sugar cane, you press the button and it'll break all of them around. You could set it up to a bud switch. I'm not going to do that for this tutorial, actually, because bud switches, with the updates for redstone, they're constantly changing. So I'm not even going to bother making one of these because it's going to get outdated. So I'm going to make a version that will not become outdated. So the button will turn on this redstone. This redstone will, oh, whoops, this should actually go to the right one more. Turn on this, turn on that, it'll power that. It'll also come over here and go to this one. Actually, let's use these bad boys. Now I'm going to show you this way, and I'm going to also show you another way, using just a really small number of redstone, but a lot of repeaters, if you want to make this more compact. Because using all this redstone dust and putting it all around is actually very tedious, and it's hard to, cover it up afterwards. I always get that mixed up. Place your repeaters down, place all these pistons. I probably should have made this smaller. Whatever. That's right. So come around. As you can see, this redstone circuit's very wide. It takes up a lot of space. I will show you in a second a quicker way. So when those are grown, they'll all be broken. I'll just demonstrate that. Now when you have this covered up, these pistons, the sugarcane won't be able to go up there. As you just saw, I was on top of the piston. So once this is all covered up and you fancy it up and things like that, it will not end up on top of these pistons or behind here, because you'll have a wall here and a wall there. And if you cover up these pistons, like I said, the sugarcane will not go over them, because since the pistons hit them, it kind of lags and they end up on top of here. But if you place those blocks, they won't go there. If you want, you can also do a small row like this. It'll be a little more compact. I'd like to mention though that this is not the most efficient way. I mean, this is more for show, because as most of you veteran Minecraft players know, sugarcane breaks with one hit. So if you want, you could just do rows of these and leave slabs on the side and just, large fields of the sugarcane. Just keep your crosshairs at the correct level. Just go by hitting them and you pick them up. This is more of a automatic farm that is just for show, because this is actually quite expensive if you think about it, when you could just as easily get more feedback, more product, if you just make large fields of these and just go by hitting them with your crosshairs. So this is just for show. You could have always just made your own fields like that and break them, because they break in one hit. It doesn't matter what tool you're using, it could be just your fists. Now off to show you the cactus farm. Let's go. Hey guys, we're back, and for this portion of the video I'm going to actually show you how to make a cactus farm. For this you're going to need, of course, cactus, which you can find in any desert. They grow there naturally. You will need sticky piston. I guess it could work with regular pistons if you'd like. And you will need sand, of course, because cacti can't grow on sandstone, as you can see in the background. You're going to need a block of your choosing. I'll just use dirt for now. And you'll need, of course, some redstone. I think that's it. Now I'm going to clear out a small area. It doesn't matter how large it is, really. Go ahead and place down your sand. FYI, cacti have to be one block away. It will not let you place them side by side. You could also place one in the middle if you'd like, but for this I'm just going to quickly get this over with. Oh, I forgot to mention, you're going to also need a button. Here you go. About three blocks away from the cactus, you're going to have your sticky piston placed. Have it connected to a block. Power the piston. this is going to do is cacti, when there's a block next to them, they break. So I'm using that same idea, or I don't even know what to call it, I guess we'll call it an idea, to break it when it grows. So when the cacti grow, I guess they can be up to 2 or 3 blocks, I think. Yeah, I think they can go up to 3 blocks high. You press it, and it'll update and break the cacti. So what I'm going to do is have this go all the way around the cacti, and this will break them. And as you can see, well, you can't see actually, but in survival mode it takes a couple seconds to break them with your fist. I don't think there's a specific tool that breaks the cactus quite as fast as just using these pistons. But you are going to need redstone for this. You can't do it that way. You could also have this hooked up to a bud switch if you would like, and for those of you who don't know, a bud switch is pretty much a block updater. When this cacti would grow, the piston would automatically just push out and it'll make the cacti break. The top one. These bottom ones will stay, since I have this up 1 block, this piston. So you're going to have this go all the way around. This will power this block, power this piston. I'm just going to double check and make sure that works. Yes, it does. Do the same thing over here. This is pretty much just repetition, but hopefully you won't have to come back to this video again and have to watch the same thing again. Try and make it as simple as possible. This is actually pretty compact. Okay, that didn't work over there, but whatever. You'll get the hang of it. I'm sure if you put a repeater there, it'll work. There you go. See, all 3 powered. So go to here. Make this loop around a bit so that it's 3 blocks away from the cacti once again. Place your sticky piston. Place the block for the sticky piston. Have this go straight into the block. All of them get powered. It's pretty much just going to be repetition. It's going to be the same thing except mirrored it over here. That's all that you got to do. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the tutorial, leave a like. Don't be afraid to subscribe. I have an LP series going. If you liked this tutorial, check out some of my others. And see you guys next time.